this is so weird. I set up my camera connect thing on my iPad. This is the trippiest shit I've ever seen. I normally do it on my phone, but I can't do it on my phone because today I'm going to show you guys how I set up my iOS 14, and I'm going to go through it. I've seen some people do videos on it, and I feel like some people make it more complicated than what it is. My fan is still on. I know like not a lot of people are searching this right now, but my friend Leah asked me to do it, and Leah just, girl, she always be holding me down. She always makes me feel like she always boosts me up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. It's a little late because this is the first day I'm really getting out of bed. So let's just move forward from that. Just so you guys know, I'm gonna take you guys through how my phone looks overall. Then I'm gonna show you how I made a shortcut. And then I'm gonna show you how I made the widgets themselves, which is how the phone looks all cute or whatever. So I'm gonna have screen recordings up of everything. Can I start screen recording? I can. So my phone is unlocked. This is my first page. It's completely blank. Years ago, my best friend told me to just make it blank. That way you can actually enjoy your home screen, and I've never regretted it. So that's what I have going on right here. Some photos are from Pinterest, Tumblr. Some I took myself, but I'm pretty sure I got this one off of Pinterest. Then I'm just gonna swipe over, and we have my official like first page. The thing at the top is a widget. I use the app Widgetsmith. I'll get into that later. And so is a little photo of, you gotta start romanticizing your life. So TikTok. But on this first page, I have all of my shortcuts, excluding the Bible app. These are just my most used apps. These are the ones that I grab to, like, if I don't feel like searching through my phone, I wanted those here. So I have those here. Most of these photos I took myself, except for the FaceTime logo. I got that one, I'm pretty sure, probably off Tumblr. And the episode app also from, I think I got that one off Twitter. I'm not even gonna hold you, or Instagram. So then we're gonna swipe over, and then I kind of made mine all color coordinated. I've always done that. It just does something for me. Okay, so I have a photo that I took of myself, and then I have all of my purple apps. The podcast, that's the widget that you can get within your phone. So I'll show you how to do that as well. Then I have some more photos. These are like more of like my pink apps. The widget, the photos here, I got all probably off Twitter because I know I follow like a Sailor Moon account. Then we're gonna swipe over. These are my red ones. Music widget is a built-in one for your phone. And then the Widgetsmith is, I just typed out the poem that's on the cover of the Chorus. Sun and her flowers. I had a brain fart. Then we have my blue app, same thing. I have the music, not the music, I have the weather on here. It's just easy. It's a quick go-to. I like having it. Then here, the battery one is again built into the phone, as was the weather. I'm not totally obsessed with this page, but like it'll do. Then I have my black apps. Same thing. The waning gibbous, the one you can see like the moon. You could even do the constellation. That is built in. That's not built in, I lied. That one is from Widgetsmith, but the photo I got, I'm pretty sure, from, I want to say Pinterest. Then, same thing, yellow apps. I have a photo of me, I have a thing. I know the yellow, the top two widgets, I'm pretty sure those are also from Pinterest. White ones, Pinterest. I typed out the poem, Pinterest. And then just photos of me because I'm a little vain sometimes. The quote at the top, it's actually something that I got off of Tumblr. I'm pretty sure the account is called Bronzy Glow. I also keep it, I had my mom write it out in her handwriting, and I just keep it on my desk. It's such a cute mantra. So, and then we have your app library. So that is an overview of my phone. Go back to the home page. Let me stop the recording. So now that I've shown you my phone, maybe you're like, I kind of want to make a shortcut. Now you have different options with how you want to decorate yours. You could easily go ahead, and I know some people are making their own custom like logos that matches their phone aesthetic. Like if you have a pink phone, maybe you want to make a pink Twitter Twitter logo. I didn't feel like doing all that. I wanted my photos to just be like things I took. So when I want to make a shortcut, you can just swipe over here. My shortcuts is on my purple page, so I'm just going to tap it. And then there's a plus sign in the corner. So I'm going to tap the plus sign. I'm going to click Add Action. And instead of going to apps, which I made the mistake before, it's just going to tell you different functions that you can do within the app. You want to go over to scripting. And for me, I'm going to open an app. I should have looked to see which one I'm going to do. We're going to tap and press choose. What's one that I know I don't have? Let's do TikTok. I didn't do one for TikTok. So once you do that, you're going to press the three dots in the corner, make a shortcut name. I'm just going to write TikTok, add to home screen, and then I shouldn't have done that, whatever. Add to home screen, I'm just going to put the name again, and then you want to press the little two squares. That's how you get to choose your photo. You can choose a file if you have that saved on your Files app. You can take a photo. I don't know if I want to take one right now. I don't think I have anything to take a photo of, so I'm going to choose a photo. And I have this one right here. My vibe right now is just living life. Love that. So I'm going to do that, add it. It's going to show you that it's added to home screen. You can press done. And then it's probably going to go wherever it's, oh, it goes on that same page, which I don't like. So I'm just going to hold that down and edit it. And you can put this anywhere. It's black, so what I really want to do is put on my black page, but it'll work fine right here. It moved over one, but I'm going to delete it when we're done. So yeah, that is how you make a shortcut, and you would do that for all of them. My suggestion is that you can go onto either Canva. I'm sure you could just Google it and you can find different ones as well, but you want to just have all the photos saved. That way you can easily swipe through and do all of that. So that's the first thing. That's how I make my shortcuts. Alrighty. So you made your shortcuts, you like how those look, they match your page, whatever. You decide that you want to add some widgets onto your screen outside of the ones that are on the phone. And one I'm just going to swipe over really quick, like how I did the photo here that I took, the one of Audrey Hepburn. You decide that you want to do some. I'm going to suggest right now that you head over to either Pinterest or Tumblr or even Google. I don't know, but you want to find photos that you like if you don't have any that you've already taken. If you follow my Instagram, which is, this is low-key a shameless plug, but if you follow that, you know I'm all about changing up the aesthetic on there, so I have a lot of these photos already on my phone, so it just made it easy for me. If you don't have the app already, you're going to go into the App Store. I have it, so I'm just going to tap Widgetsmith. And then this is just a brief overview of the widgets that I have here. One small widget I think is 4 apps. A medium is 8. And I'm pretty sure, scroll down enough, the large ones takes up like the whole damn page. So unless you barely have any apps, I don't suggest it. I'm going to make a small widget. So I already have some, but that's fine. You would just tap on the ones that they pre-put in the app. I'm going to press add a small widget. Then I'm going to tap the screen. The same steps would apply whether you do a small, medium, or large, but I'm just showing you the small for, you know, demo purposes. So boom, I did that. Now I'm going to tap it, and then it gives you a whole bunch of options. You can choose your time and location. You can choose a calendar. You can choose to show the battery. I don't recommend it because it only shows you like a full battery all the time. I thought it was going to update like my phone does. It does not, so I don't recommend that. Then you can have it synced up with your app, weather, the moon phases like I do, but I just want to do a photo. This is embarrassing because it has an old Snapchat photo of me recommended on the screen. But if you choose photos and album, what that's going to do is just show you a bunch of random photos. It changes, I think, every 15 or so minutes, it said. And like it keeps changing. So if you choose a photo and it matches like maybe your green apps, well, now that's gone. Because now it's going to be like something totally random that you wouldn't want on your screen. So you want to go over and just tap photo. I'm going to tap that, then at the bottom it says selected photo. I'm going to tap that again, and then from here you can choose a photo, and there is a siren. So now that I'm up to this page, I'm going to choose my photo. I really wish I like did this. Let's say, what's an app that I know? Alright, I have orange here. So some of these photos, gosh, you see my needle tray? That's a little embarrassing. Okay, so I have photos here. I'm going to choose these 3 that you see here, the yellow and white and then 2 orange. I'm just going to choose the orange one. I'm going to choose the last one, and then boom, you're done, right? So I'm going to go over and press save. Now I know that that widget that I just did is number 19 for a small widget. I'm going to just press the home, go over to the page I want to add it, then I'm going to remove this one. So I'm going to hold it down just so I can edit my home screen. Let me just delete this one quickly. Just so I can edit my home screen. Then I'm going to press the plus sign in the corner, I'm going to scroll down till I see the Widgetsmith app, and you see it right there on the left. Tap that, add widget. Automatically it's going to show your most recent one, but if not, I would just tap it again and choose the number. Scroll down, small 19. And then I'm just going to move this around because now it looks not so cute. Oh, it's really going to play me like that. It's not going to let me. That's fine. Actually, that works. Okay. See? So now I like how that looks. Boom. And there you go. You just did a widget. I'm going to show you how I did the text one as well. I'm not going to add it to the screen, but I'm just going to show you really quickly. Stop this one. Let's say you're like me and you want to do your daily mantra, you want to do a prayer, you want to do a quote, you want to do something, I don't know, you just want to put words on. For this one, I'm going to suggest that maybe this is a page where you have enough space to do like a medium or a large widget, just that way you have more wiggle room. So I'm going to go back. Ooh, here we go. Start recording. Okay, we're recording. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into Widgetsmith. Like I said, this is one where I would prefer to do on a medium widget. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to scroll down because I need to, add medium widget. I'm going to tap it again, and this time I'm going to scroll to where it says custom text and tap that. Now it's going to take me here, and this is also going to show you how to do like change the background and all of that. So let's say for this one, do I even have a quote? I'll just put, I don't know. Let's say I'm going to put Barbie. And I'm going to do a heart. I'm going to make this pink just for shits and gigs. So boom, I have my text here. Then I'm going to tap over the font and I'm going to change it. I make all of mine. This is their New York font. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and now I'm going to change the tint color of the words. I'm going to leave mine white, but here you can see you can make it whatever color you want, but I think I want it white. Then the background color. You can either, if you're like me and you don't really like color like that, you can just choose what sort of gray you want. It's going to give you recommendations. I'm going to choose the pastel pink for this. And then my border color, which you don't need, but I prefer, I'm going to do white. And boom. Now that all of that is done, I'm going to just click back and save. Cool. So I have that there on my phone. And then adding your medium widget, which I'm not going to show. It's just going to be the exact same thing I just showed you, which you put on the screen. So that is how I made my phone look all cute. Now with the iOS 14 update, you could technically just do a cute home screen with all your favorite shortcuts and then erase everything else, because now they have something called the app library, which I'll also show you. There's a church next door, so please disregard the music if I can't mute it. So if I swipe over here, you see my app, you see my app library. It even does it in a list form as well. You can erase all of that and still be able to get to your apps because of the app library. That being said, if you would want to, if you're in the mood, if you feel like being a little bit more cleaned up around here, you could easily go ahead and erase all of these apps, erase them all, and just have shortcuts. So that's also an option, which I might do, but I also like having them color coordinated. So I don't know. One last thing I'm going to show you really quick is how I add the built-in iPhone widgets. So I showed you a few of them. I had the podcast, I had the weather, I had the battery, I had the music. I'm going to show you how you would do that. It's a lot easier. And you may just want to have a screen of all of those. So let's start the screen recording. Okay, we're going. So I'm going to show you on this blank page just to make it a little bit easier for me. I'm still going to do the same thing. Hold down the screen and press the plus sign. And it's going to kind of recommend some for you. So they have app suggestions. You can have the clock. Let's say I want to add the clock. I'm going to add the city. Boom, whatever. Cool, I added the clock. I'm going to press the plus sign again. And I want to have, what else do they recommend? Ooh. Please, oh, fucked up. I'm going to press the plus sign again. And you know what? I'm just like really, I mean, I also deleted some apps, so it's a little different, but I'm just really into podcasts. So I want to have this to be on my absolute first screen, and I want it to be big. That way I can see all the ones that I'm currently listening to. So I'm going to add that widget. And there you go. It's a lot easier. I'm just crazy, and I wanted them to all be the same color, but you don't have to. Okay, so that is how I did my iOS 14 aesthetic update. I don't know. If you guys did anything cool to your screens, let me know. If you use different apps, let me know. I like this because I just like things to be, I feel like my mind is kind of a little cluttered, so if I can organize things how I want, it makes it much more enjoyable experience to use my phone. So yeah, that's all I really have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.